Bachelor Grant Ellis reveals very difficult situation in season finale. March 22, 2025. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Bachelor Nation News fans. Grant Ellis must choose between Juliana Pasquarosa and Lygia Guerre on the Bachelor season finale. In a new interview, he opened up about the difficult situation he was put in during the final rose ceremony. Did he make the right choice? Grant Ellis reveals very difficult situation in Bachelor season finale. Grant Ellis finds himself in a dilemma that is very familiar to Bachelor Nation viewers. After weeks of falling in love with multiple women, he has to make a final choice to send one or both home. Many fans think he's single now, months after filming. However, all indications from the promos are that he hands out one last rose during the season finale. But to who? Grant confessed his love to Lygia Guerre during the Fantasy Suite episode, but also said he was falling for Juliana too. The reality star said in multiple interviews that he didn't think it was possible to fall in love with two women at the same time until he was on The Bachelor. Grant recently spoke to Swoon about the tricky situation he found himself in during the season finale. In the teaser ABC dropped for the finale, Grant seemed to hesitate when choosing between the final two. Jess Palmer tells Grant in the clip that he needs to know who to send to the rose ceremony first. Typically in Bachelor Nation, the contestant who goes to the rose ceremony first is eliminated. Despite the tease of a dramatic finale, Grant Ellis has been adamant that he wasn't torn between Lygia and Juliana. Instead, he was just mustering up the courage to tell somebody that you really care about that they're not your first, he told Swoon. Talk's twist of emotion on last day. Grant Ellis admitted that it was very uncomfortable to break up with his runner-up. He dreaded that moment. He called the final rose ceremony day a twist of emotions. It's weird because it's one of the happiest days of your life, but before you do that, you have to break up with somebody that you really care about. It's definitely a weird twist of emotions, and I just had to prepare. Grant Ellis swoon. Hints at happy ending. Did Grant Ellis make the right decision in who he sent home during the final rose ceremony? He seemed to hint to the outlet that he was happy with his decision. While talking about how uncomfortable the breakup was with the second-place winner, he hinted that the end result was a happy one. It led to something that is happy, Grant said about ending things with one of the women. Of course, he couldn't reveal much about which woman he chooses, though fans have their guesses. Viewers will have to wait for the Bachelor finale, and after the final rose to find out where Grant and his final rose winner stand today. Are they happily engaged or another unsuccessful Bachelor Nation pairing? Tune in to ABC on Monday, March 24th at 8 p.m. to watch his Bachelor season play out. The most shocking Bachelor finale yet? Fans of The Bachelor are no strangers to jaw-dropping finals, but no one could have predicted the emotional storm that erupted during Grant Ellis's season finale. As the handsome, charismatic lead of this year's most dramatic season, Grant promised audiences a journey filled with romance, passion, and heartbreak. But what unfolded in the final moments of the season left millions of viewers stunned, as Grant revealed a deeply personal struggle that had been brewing behind the scenes for weeks. In an unexpected turn of events, the grand fairy tale ending was overshadowed by a very difficult situation that Grant had kept hidden from both the contestants and production. With social media already in a frenzy and fans desperately seeking answers, we break down everything that happened in the most explosive Bachelor finale in history. A whirlwind season filled with drama. From the very first night at the mansion, Grant Ellis was hailed as one of the most charming and genuine leads in Bachelor history. A former professional athlete turned entrepreneur, Grant seemed to have it all: looks, charisma, and a heart of gold. The women competing for his love quickly fell head over heels, and the season was packed with romantic one-on-one dates, intense rivalries, and shocking eliminations. As the journey progressed, it became clear that Grant had developed deep feelings for two women, Madison, the sweet-natured schoolteacher from Texas, and Olivia, the confident and bold marketing executive from New York. Both women had undeniable chemistry with Grant, making for an intense and unpredictable finale. But just when fans thought they knew how the story would end, Grant dropped a bombshell that changed everything. The devastating reveal, Grant's heartbreaking confession. As the final rose ceremony approached, tension was at an all-time high. Grant had spent the last few weeks wrestling with his emotions, and it was clear he was struggling with an internal battle. The moment he stepped onto the picturesque proposal site, Grant's face told a different story, one of pain, uncertainty, and sorrow. In an emotional, gut-wrenching speech, Grant revealed the secret he had been hiding throughout the season. "This journey has meant everything to me, but there's something I haven't been completely honest about," Grant began, his voice shaking. "I've been dealing with something very personal, something that has affected my ability to truly give my heart to someone the way they deserve." He took a deep breath before dropping the bombshell. "A few weeks before filming started, I received devastating news about my health. I was diagnosed with a rare heart condition." The silence that followed was deafening. Contestants, crew members, and even longtime host Jesse Palmer were visibly shaken. Fans watching from home were left gasping as Grant explained that he had kept the diagnosis private to avoid disrupting the journey, but the weight of it had finally become too much to bear. The aftermath, how the women reacted. Madison and Olivia, who had both envisioned a future with Grant, were left reeling. Tears streamed down Madison's face as she tried to process the revelation. Olivia, known for her strong and confident personality, appeared equally shaken, struggling to find the right words. "Grant, why didn't you tell us sooner?" Olivia asked, her voice filled with concern. "I didn't want this to define me or my relationships," Grant admitted. "I thought I could push through and focus on love, but the truth is, I don't know what my future holds, and I can't, in good conscience, ask either of you to take that risk with me." In an unprecedented move, Grant stepped away from both women, refusing to hand out his final rose. Instead, he chose to leave the show solo, determined to focus on his health before pursuing any serious relationships. The shocking reunion. Did Grant regret his decision? The After the Final Rose special was one of the most emotional in franchise history. Madison and Olivia both had the opportunity to confront Grant about his decision, and neither held back. "I was falling in love with you, and I would have stood by you no matter what," Madison said, her voice breaking. "You didn't have to go through this alone." Olivia echoed similar sentiments, expressing her frustration that Grant had taken the choice away from them. "Love isn't about perfection, it's about support. You assumed we would walk away, but you never gave us the chance to prove you wrong." Grant, clearly emotional, admitted that he had second-guessed his decision multiple times. "I regret not telling you sooner, and I regret making this choice without you. But in the moment, I truly felt like I was doing what was best." In a shocking twist, Madison revealed that she and Grant had stayed in touch after filming, hinting that there might still be hope for their love story. Meanwhile, Olivia confirmed that she had moved on and was in a new relationship. Bachelor Nation reacts, social media erupts. As expected, Bachelor Nation exploded with reactions to the finale. Some fans sympathized with Grant, praising him for his honesty and bravery in the face of such a difficult situation. Others criticized him for not trusting Madison and Olivia to support him, arguing that love should withstand even the toughest of obstacles. "This is the first time in Bachelor history that I've cried real tears," one fan tweeted. "Grant Ellis, we're rooting for you." "I'm heartbroken for Madison and Olivia," another user wrote. "They deserved to make their own choices. Grant should have trusted them more." What's next for Grant Ellis? Despite walking away from the finale without love, Grant's journey is far from over. Sources close to the former Bachelor reveal that he is currently focusing on his health and undergoing treatment for his condition. He has also hinted at returning to the dating scene when he feels ready. Meanwhile, speculation is already swirling about whether Grant will make an appearance on Bachelor in Paradise, or even get a second chance as the Bachelor in a future season. Given the outpouring of support he has received from fans, it wouldn't be surprising if producers decided to bring him back for another shot at love. Conclusion: the most heartbreaking ending yet. Grant Ellis's season of The Bachelor will go down in history as one of the most emotional and unpredictable ever. While fans may not have gotten the fairy tale ending they hoped for, they witnessed a raw and real moment of vulnerability that few reality TV stars have dared to show. As Grant continues his personal journey, one thing is certain: his time on The Bachelor has left a lasting impact, and fans will be eagerly watching to see what's next for him. Will he reunite with Madison? Will he find love outside of the franchise? Only time will tell, but one thing is for sure: this is a season finale that no one will ever forget. Stay tuned, Bachelor Nation. The journey isn't over just yet.